Welcome to the Josh and Blake Late Night Show.
With your hosts, Josh and Blake.
Who
Three to I hit the record button too early
we've
again.
Done this joke literally at the start of every single episode.
Yeah, I know.
Being like, we're just not good at starting an episode.
I'm not sure if I feel ready because I started too early, so I'm feeling just off put. What if I've jinxed the entire episode?
Yeah.
Hello everybody.
Hey everybody.
Should probably pay attention to the third person in the room. Gabe. Oh wait, that's next episode.
Gabe's not in the room, everybody. This is just your regular Josh and Blake.
Yeah.
On the official second episode of the Josh and Blake Late Night Show, now with theme music and an intro and an iTunes and everything.
Thanks for tuning in again.
Yeah.
We noticed from the last two episodes we've posted, or the 0.5 episode, that the first episode, lots more people listened to it, lots more people liked it than the second episode.
So much more interest.
And the only thing we can think that was different between the two episodes was the inclusion of shit jokes in the second episode. That was a little bit of a joke for all those who've been with us since the start, who've kept along with us
way back from the beginning,
keeping with those in jokes. Just wanted to reward our committed audience. So
we got a really good response from the first episode. It was pretty good. With Facebook pages up. If you haven't already liked our Facebook page, please do. And we're on iTunes now, which is very exciting. On SoundCloud, follow us everywhere. Share with your friends. Doing that YouTuber plug. Like, comment, subscribe.
Give us money.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We'll start up a Patreon and just send us all of your money. If you earn money,
send it to us.
It's kind of like, when you get that feeling of like getting money in your bank account when you open it's payday and you're like, I got so much money. How much better would that feel for us if you gave it to us? Is what I'm saying. But I would like to acknowledge that
the traditional custodians
of this land and pay our respects to the elders, past,
present,
future,
and future.
Because they
hold the memories.
This has gone far too long.
Yeah. We need Indigenous recognition.
What if we weren't in Australia when recording this?
Well, we are.
But
sorry to kill that bit.
I don't know that. We've gotten feedback, and some of the feedback, I've noticed, people enjoy it, but they want us to be a little bit more serious.
A little bit more serious with our thing. Be a little bit less. I mean, the banter is still going to be here because it's us.
But we're just going to test some things out.
Yeah, so again, feedback, hit us up. If you listen to it, then you're more than welcome to hit us up with a comment or a message. Just tell us if it was shit.
So,
or tell us if it was good. One of the feedback was that we can't say
one of the feedback. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Everyone heard that as a bleep.
Yeah.
I'd just like to tell everyone that the word he says was just so everyone knows.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, we get pinged, I would say pinged, for our expletives sometimes.
Do we?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Not really.
Not
I shouldn't
really.
bring that up.
No. All right, so this is
this is one of those points where Blake doesn't know
I don't know where to go.
Because this is just a podcast of us talking about things. So for anyone in the audience who doesn't understand, this won't be good at all times. This can't be good at all times. We have a small running sheet of things that we want to talk about, which is like things that will stick to the plan. Yeah. But honestly, we might just end up crashing so hard that we just want to kill ourselves.
You know the Hindenburg disaster when that blimp exploded?
The Hindenburg disaster. Right. Yeah. Is it the blimp that exploded?
Yeah, that's... Its other name was the Josh and Blake Late Night Show.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that.
Yeah.
So we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
But
how's your week, Josh? How was your week?
Well, I must say it's been a big week in the news, hasn't it? With a lot of things happening.
It has been a big week in the
You know
news.
how we were talking about explosions just before?
Yes.
There definitely might be a bit of an explosion happening soon.
In
Nuclear
explosion. Ooh.
No. You know, no, but the one thing about North Korea and their nuclear weapons, it makes you think about what do you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
If you did get nuked, where would you go from there?
Yeah.
Like obviously not far.
Yeah. Like splattered onto the window next to you.
Yeah, or like, one of your arms might be deformed or something. Or connected to your other arm.
I always wanted a two-headed child, so I mean that's the perk.
Just get Zika and whoops.
So I was
Rio
okay,
Olympics or whatever.
I was sitting in class the other day, and I was sitting there, and I was like, I got like a message from my trusty ABC News notification app thing, and it told me that, more news about North Korea and stuff. And I was sitting there, I was like, what if I got nuked right now, and I'm sitting here in this classroom, not doing much, and that's it. Like, it made me consider. Maybe we should be doing more with our lives, like making podcasts with our best friends in his dingy unipod.
It's not that dingy. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm living very well, folks.
Yeah.
Just like to let you know I'm doing very well for myself. Mercedes-Benz.
So well that you wouldn't even give me a muesli bar earlier.
No, I wouldn't give Blake a muesli bar.
To
teach him a lesson. To teach him a lesson about how you need to work hard for what you get. Life wasn't meant to be easy. Life
back in my day.
So basically what you're supposed to do is you have a dream and you work hard, and if you work hard you'll achieve the dream.
Okay, talking about dreams. So this morning I had a dream where two friends of mine and myself were being held hostage by Julian Assange's demonic father on the middle level of a apartment building. So like, and the windows are broken open, and there's like police at the bottom, and they're like, let them go. And like Julian Assange's demonic father was like, never, and then pushed Julian Assange out the window. But then I had superpowers, so I froze him in midair and laid him gently on the ground, and then used my superpowers to push Julian Assange's demonic father out the window. And then the end of the dream is just me figuring out how to write the Facebook post that says to everyone that I'm okay. It was just like the whole last part of the dream was just me being like, should I say this first or this first? And that was just like, yeah. That's my dream.
No, that's a really good dream.
Yep.
I had a similar dream.
Yeah. Was it also Julian Assange's demonic father?
Yeah, it was Julian Assange's. I was in a sex shop in Whitcott, and Julian Assange,
the sex shop.
Sex shop in Whitcott.
Oh, and, anyone who's come up the range has seen that sex shop.
Anyone, usually they visit the sex shop first, and then they come up the range. But basically, Julian Assange's dad had a big dildo that he bought, legally bought, from the sex shop in Whitcott. And he used that large dildo. He waved it around. He used it as a weapon to keep hostages in the embassy where Julian Assange is.
That might have been my dream.
And then it crossed over with Blake's dream. Because I met up with Blake in his dream.
No way.
And that's where we are right now, is in the dream. Can you prove that this isn't just you meeting up with me in a dream?
Yeah.
Well, wait, that was a topic for last week.
Well, that's the thing. I know we talked about Inception last week, but like, that bit where he's like, oh, how did you get to this cafe? Sometimes I'm just sitting there and I'm like, how did I get here? Like, if I can't tell myself, am I dreaming?
Yeah.
Like what? It's like some people to like induce lucid dreaming.
Oh yeah.
Like they dig their like nail into their thumb, like during the day, like several times during the day. They'll just be like, oh okay, cool, I'm awake, And then in their dream, when they do that, they can't feel the pain, so they know they're dreaming. So it's like a pattern that they've got into, so they can recognize when they're dreaming, so they can lucid dream.
See, if only DiCaprio had done that instead of the fucking spin top.
Yeah, it would have been
Like,
so
that
much
would
better.
have worked.
Yeah, he could just use his own thumb.
Yeah. But I actually forgot the point I was gonna make completely.
Oh.
Do you ever? I do that a lot because one of the things in life, you know, they always say you need to be a good listener. Good listeners go far in life. So sometimes, and I'm a person
Are you
with,
talking to me?
yeah. That was a good one.
Thanks.
I'm a person who has a lot to say a lot of the time. So while I'm like listening to them, a point will come into my mind. I'm like, I gotta say that, and I'll be like, no, I can't keep thinking about that. I've got to think about what the other person's saying. So then I forget about what I said, and then I just don't say it. So what I'm trying to say is you should never listen to anyone.
Ever.
Because whatever you have to say is more important than what anyone could tell you, and that's a fact. And that's why we started the Blake and Josh and Blake late night show. Because we really like the sound of our own voice.
I like the sound of our voices.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. Great. So the film for this week...
We don't actually.
No. So the film for this
week... If we
week...
get any bad feedback, we'll probably be really sad. Lord knows. Lord?
Lord.
The singer.
Almighty.
No, I mean the singer.
Oh, sorry. Lord.
She released an album.
Lord, yeah. The 20-year-old Kiwi singer.
She knows
what we're
She
thinking.
knows what we would do to ourselves
Yeah.
if we didn't get the praise we needed from this.
Yeah, I messaged her last night. I was like, Lord, I need to talk to you about something.
I need to talk to you about our Lord in heaven. Our Father, Harold. He's a really good guy.
Sweet. So the film this week...
What do you think about religion? No, I don't want to...
The film this week is Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
So that's the film that we're going to talk about this week. I'm going to add
Do you know why we're talking about Good Will Hunting?
Well, yeah, okay, why?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you knew why.
Okay. So we're going to add in a little bit of a bell.
No, it's because it's my favourite movie.
Oh, what? It's Josh's favourite film. I actually didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought your favourite film was that Sad AIDS movie.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
No.
It's not. It's called the Sad AIDS movie.
This is your way to work in the... So Blake wanted to contrive an in-joke, the Sad AIDS movie, every time we did this film thing, this segment. And he's just tried to do it then. He tried to sneaky it in.
You know, because I'm the one that manages the SoundCloud, I'm going to call this episode 2,
Sad AIDS
the
movie.
Sad AIDS movie.
Okay, even though it's got nothing to do with the
It's got
Sad AIDS
nothing
movie.
to do with the Sad AIDS movie.
Actually, we got 17 minutes left, but you've never seen the Sad AIDS movie,
I've
so
never
you don't
seen
know.
the Sad AIDS movie. It's kind of like one of those things how it's like I just want to keep putting it off because it's a joke.
Here's the thing.
That I haven't seen it.
You've spoiled the movie for everyone because
it's a sad AIDS
not
movie.
everyone knows he's going to get AIDS, even though it's in the trailer.
Isn't it like the major... Isn't it like in the... Alright. So this week's movie is Good Will Hunting.
Now, for anyone who can guess the movie...
shut up. We're not doing this again. Okay, so
so
we're going to have a
comment
bell.
what the movie is. What you think my favourite movie is.
Also, shout out to Rose, who commented on the
of course, you're shouting out your own girlfriend.
No, she was the only one that actually commented on the thing.
True.
And
so she's the only one who listened the whole way through.
We said if you commented, we like to have audience participation. Shout out to Rose, who was like, "Hey, if the movie's Inception," she guessed it correctly. Good on her. She gets her name mentioned in this very popular podcast. So our
so
movie
if you can guess my favorite movie,
Jesus,
then and it's not The Passion of the Christ. No. But
Jesus.
No,
okay, so we're talking about the Good Will Hunting. And there's going to be a bell that chimes, and that tells you that there's spoilers. Yep. And when you hear that bell again, there's no more spoilers. So if you don't want to hear spoilers for this film, skip ahead now.
Lol, you fucked up.
Yeah, no. The belt's gonna be okay. So, Josh, Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, what about it?
Why is it your favorite film? Talk to me about
it. See, that's a question and a half, isn't it? It's hard for me to answer because I'm not sure whether to give a dumb fuck stupid answer or a proper answer, and I feel like giving it a proper answer because I want to do this movie justice.
Okay.
I want to do this movie justice in the way that Blake does Philadelphia justice, the Sad AIDS movie. So Good Will Hunting is the sad boy Will movie.
Yeah. The sad Nobody Loves Me movie.
Will is the poor kid who had abusive everything. Who
abusive front door.
Yeah.
Abusive letterbox.
His letterbox
abusive backpack.
His letterbox used to tell him that he couldn't be part of the sport team at school because he wasn't big enough.
Yeah, you should have heard what the shoelaces on his left shoe said, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's worse.
They said his mother's a whore. Do you know why? Because they fucked his mum. The shoelaces fucked Will's mother.
It's aggressive language, Joshua.
Oh, sorry. The shoelaces had intercourse with Will's mother. See, Will should have known better than to get those shoelaces from the Withcott sex store. I think that was his first mistake.
Yeah.
But his second mistake was to push everyone away before they could reach him. Because if he never really knew anyone properly, then no one could betray him. Is the idea of the film.
Yeah.
That's his hubris, if you will. That's where he goes wrong as a character because he has his best friends that are very loyal to him, but everyone else in his life, especially the girl he starts dating called Skylar, he pushes them away. And it's to me the movie speaks a lot about psychology, honestly, and whether people are actually responsible, truly morally responsible for their actions. It brings up the idea of fate or free will. Because the only reason Good Will
Hunting.
The only reason Will was like he was in the movie is because he had an abusive past, which no one loving him and things like that. But the moment. Like, not the moment, it's a slow process, but when someone actually shows him love and respect, like Robin Williams, he changes and he for the better and he makes progress. So it just shows that everyone sort of needs someone in their life, and it's a coming of age movie.
Yeah,
and it's a movie that's about like picking in life what you want to do.
See, for me, I kind of watched that film. I watched it with you, actually, for the first time. And for me, it was kind of like I was doing like a course in script writing, so I was like, I was reading a lot about and studying like conventional storytelling techniques, and it was Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's first screenplay, and I mean, yes, I was very aware of it at that point in time, and like, yes, the storyline follows conventional storytelling techniques, but they've done it very, very well. It's a very easy movie to watch. Like from an entertainment point of view, it's wonderful. There's some wonderful scenes in there.
Really good, like cinematography.
Yeah, beautiful cinematography. The scene where Robin Williams' character is saying to Matt Damon, Will Hunting, that it's not his fault. It's beautiful. It's lovely. That wonderful, like the dialogue is fantastic. That wonderful line where he's like, "You like apples?" He's like, "Yeah," and then he puts the number up on the windows.
I got a number. Yeah. How about them apples?
How do you like them?
Boston.
Apples?
See, it's a movie that's made in Boston. If anyone's seen The Departed. Then I love the Boston accent, but I can't really do it to save my life. But
so yeah, like I don't know, I feel like it underwhelmed me a little bit. I think Robin Williams' character was hyped up a little bit after the film was released. I felt like he wasn't really in the film much at all.
But he was such a good supporting actor.
Yeah, my favorite scene in that film though is when Will's talking to Ben Affleck's character, the B story, and he's like, "Hey, what are you gonna do next year or something?" Ben Affleck's like, "Well, if you're still here, I'm going to kill you. And he's like, why? And he's like, because you need to do more. You need to get out of here. Every day, when you walked up to your front door, I hope you're not there. And it sets it up. Like, it's foreshadowing, of course, but it's just a beautiful moment of, like, yeah. Like, he needed his mate to say this. Do you realise that? And I think it says a lot about, like, how no matter how many influences you have in your life, like, you have these intelligent people encouraging him to do intelligent things. He had this girlfriend and stuff, and had good things in his life, but it ended up having to go back to this friend that he's had for so
years
long
to get an answer that you could have gotten all from the start.
Yeah, and it was like he just needed that to allow himself.
And there's a line from it because he actually, I'll correct you there. He's like, Will is talking about when they grow up and they're like 40 and they have kids and they take them to Little League games, and he's like, if you're still here in 20 years, I'll kill you.
Yeah,
but there's a line in there where Ben Affleck says, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket and you're too much of a pussy to cash it in. And it's like, damn, that's good. And it just kind of inspires you to, well, I don't know, for me personally, inspired me to go after doing theatre, doing art and things like that.
Yeah.
Hence, like, the uni degree that I'm doing now and things like that. And just going after that path, because it's kind of like, I feel as if that's what I really want to do. Yeah. And I seem to, like, I like writing a lot. And seem to be decent at it. Yeah. So it's kind of like, if I didn't do that, then it'd just be kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean, also, if anything, that film, like, outside of it being, like, the story of the film itself, the story of how the film was made, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, two best mates, that were like, hey, want to make a movie? And they did that. And, like, I mean, in some weird way, it's probably inspired this podcast. The fact that, like, it's been like, hey, mate, do you want to do a thing? And, like, you know.
It's honestly, because
I remember after that film being like, hey, we could do stuff together like that. Like, that's cool. Yeah, it was.
It's inspired a generational shift, I think. It's inspired. It's a new form.
Josh has got his Italian
ideology.
He's got it because Josh is half Italian.
See,
Italian.
The real question is, what didn't Good Will Hunting inspire? And that's why it's my favorite movie, because you can have, you can have your good movies, right?
Coke Life, the green bottle.
Yeah.
Inspired by Good Will Hunting.
You can have your good movies.
The Emoji Movie, inspired by Good Will Hunting.
You can have your good movies.
All these wonderful things.
You can have your good movies. Yeah. Like, you can have, what's a good movie? Something by Adam Sandler.
The fourth Transformers
or even
The Room,
or the third Godfather.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
You can have any movie like that, right? And it's good. But
the fourth Godfather?
The third. But no movie has inspired as many people
as Good Will Hunting.
As good
Will Hunting.
As Good Hunting. Anyway, that was a poorly executed joke. But that's okay.
Another Hindenburg.
Because we're all about those Hindenburgs.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was our movie review. Here's the bell again. Sweet. Yep, another bell.
It's the bell.
Yeah.
Oh, you digitally edited
I digitally enhance. I did say that before we started recording. That's okay, Josh.
Whoa, why can't I hear the sound of Don't Worry, Be Happy right now? Lol, jokes. Blake just edited that in later. I'm kidding. I wasn't listening to it at the time.
Okay.
I just gave you a job.
You did.
I just gave you a job.
Another thing to edit. Sweet. So,
we've got some news to talk about.
Do we? Okay.
I mean, didn't we? We barely touched on the North Korean stuff.
Okay. So let's go back to the news.
Wait, did we start with the news?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't think we started with the news. Actually, how about let's talk about this. What do you feel like is the most important thing that you learned this week? What do you feel like? Actually, that's always a shitty question. What do you learn at school? But in terms of like what resonated with you this week? What spoke to your soul? What made you want to go to the Withcott sex shop, Blake?
Well, see, I asked for a muesli bar
Oh,
for my best friend.
Yeah, right.
And he said no.
Hmm.
And I stopped and was like, is this what life's always going to be like? Just me asking for muesli bars and the man saying no, standing on my face.
You're talking about me family.
What's that?
No, it's only theatre kids will get it.
Oh. Josh just dabbed
I
me.
I really hope that like specific friends of mine listen to this.
Okay, I love it. I love in jokes that are really
Anyway,
specific.
Sorry.
That's right. So
Sorry to everyone else.
Yeah. So
Our hundreds
actually,
of viewers.
look, we had a game last week. Overwhelming feedback for the game was that it was not good.
Which game?
What? Guess that sound.
Oh, so by popular demand, we're going to play this game again.
No. See. Look. I don't think there's any way we can make it better.
How?
I said I don't think there's.
Oh, okay. Why?
I don't know. It's just.
Who? What? Where? When?
It was just a bad game to start off with. Listen, all right, here's some audience participation. Please suggest a game for us.
No, I've got a game. It's one of those improv games. It's where you have to answer every question with yes, but. Right?
Okay.
And I ask questions. And then we'll flip it around. We're going to play improv games
Yay.
for the audience. Because,
With 4 minutes
improv
left.
games are so fun when you don't get to partake in them.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I would like a bit of audience participation. So, this is a fun one. Comment.
Guess this sound.
Comment. No, ow.
That was me hitting
Okay.
Josh's leg.
Let me have this.
Okay.
So this game for the audience to participate in is it's I like to call it post your bank details in the comment section. And the aim of the game is to post your bank account number, your BSB,
Yeah.
and then your PIN number.
And
And
then-
the last bit is really important. And then with that, have a photo of the back and front of your credit card.
And then, just for extra fun, post your stripper name at the end. And the way to figure out your stripper name, it's your mother's maiden name and the name of your first pet. So that's your stripper name. That's just a bit of extra fun. Just post your stripper name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
And maybe even your first employer.
Yeah.
If it's
your
relevant.
First school.
If any
The
of
name of your best mate.
just any of the questions that are your security questions on your
Oh.
MyGov profile.
On your mic up, bro. Right. So
I don't even know if that's legal to pretend. Don't do that.
There you go. Yeah. Actually, don't do that.
PSA, public service
Yeah.
announcement.
If you're an idiot and do that, we're gonna laugh.
Yeah. So let's just. I am interested to see how you handle the improv.
Me. Actually, first off, I need to. Oh, it's gone. Someone posted a review on our page during the week. That person said it was fine. And I think that's it. They gave us 4
Fine.
stars. Yeah.
Who was it?
Lane.
Oh
Lane. Can we say last names?
no.
No. A man named Lane.
Yeah, a man who's younger than
Us.
us and
Isn't hard.
is a boy.
Named Lane. Shout out to him. Hopefully we can get that review up to 5 stars, mate. All right, Josh, we got a minute and a half. Keep me up with some improv games.
Lane. Just I really want to send out a heartfelt word to you, and that word is poo. Lane. That is my word. Now, Blake.
Yep.
Do you like the Josh and Blake late night show?
Yes, but I would prefer if it was just the Blake late night show. It's got a better ring to it.
Oh, so you like yourself a lot then?
Yes, but not my my hair.
Oh, so you hate your hair?
Yes, but I like to play with it.
Do you like playing with other things?
Yes, but only if you're in the room.
So if I'm not in the room, you can't have fun with it?
Yes, but this game is over.
No, now you ask me a question.
Okay,
that was a terrible, that was not
That was
funny.
really bad.
Okay.
It's not funny at all. Hey, Josh.
When can we start talking about philosophy and things?
I don't know. We can do
At
that
what
right now.
point is the audience like, okay, you've greased us up enough with a bit of banter.
I don't know, I think we've had half an hour of it. I reckon if I cut out some shit, we can just add in another 10 minutes, or just fuck it.
Nah,
Make
I
a
reckon
40-minute
for
episode.
next episode.
No, you know what? Fuck
or
it.
maybe the week after.
Let's do
No,
something.
the question for the audience is, how badly do you want to hear us talk about just serious life things? I think the main aim is like, let's stop giving the audience so much power. This is a dictatorship. We're going to just talk about things. We're going to talk about life. We're just going to talk about life. Next episode.
Let's talk about life.
Sorry,
I fell asleep for a bit.
Anyway,
Sorry.
fuck.
I was just doing an impression of the audience at this point in the podcast.
Yeah. So let's finish it off with a lovely improv game. Ask me questions.
Are we not doing... Do you not want to do some philosophy or something?
No, we'll
Shit.
talk about that next time.
Okay.
Actually, I feel like I'm just thinking about other things where they've had two people and they talked about stuff. And the thing that came into my mind was like Vlog Brothers and how they release their videos and things like that. They often come to the podcast, they come to their art form with really prepared ideas.
Yeah.
I feel like
We are
I will definitely
exactly the same as the Vlog Brothers.
yeah.
If one of
Honestly,
us-
we put more effort in.
Yeah, if one of us was going to write teen fiction novels about cancer, it'd be you.
A sad cancer movie.
Yeah. All right. Josh, do you like the movie Good Will Hunting?
Yes, but I dislike Ben Affleck.
But isn't he your favorite Batman?
Yes, but he's also I can't say that. I was going to say no, I can't. I hate this game. I feel
Alright, cool.
constrained by the podcast.
Thanks everybody for listening. I hope you had a great time listening to this. This was meant to be more streamlined than last episode, but I think it wasn't. Stay tuned. Later in the week, there may or may not be a special episode
Wink.
coming out.
Wink.
An episode 2.5. Who knows? We do. You don't. Yeah, get keen. Please send us suggestions as to like what you'd like.
Send
and
us
don't
love
like.
mail.
Love mail. That's
Send
it for
us
okay.
pictures of your dog.
Here you go. Here's the task for the week. If you've got this far into the podcast and you're hearing me say these words, please send us on our Facebook page, Josh and Blake Late Night Show. Please send us love mail. Send us a lovely message, and we can read it either anonymous or not, and it can fill up our next episode real good. Yeah.
You know what they say about sequels?
They're
always better than the first episode.
Yeah. Just like Transformers 4.
Just like, so thank you for tuning in for this Transformers 4 inspired episode of the Josh and Blake
like
Late Night
Hindenburg show.
Hindenburg Late Night Show, featuring your hosts
Josh and
Hindenburg.
Good night,
Good night.
Australia.